We got the Buccaneers. We the 19th ranked offense. Like I said, we was gonna have the best defense. We number one. I want to get Travis Hunter. I really want to get Will Johnson now. Cause this year I'm gonna probably load up and just get corners. That's what we need on this defense. Linebacker too. That's an issue too, though. We need to address that as well.
Desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And we both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right.
Nobody was open.
On the release as this will be incomplete. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter,
first down. Josh Jacobs.
They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first down.
First down.
They tend to stall them out when they do that.
The mayor of Vegas.
He's out of bounds. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
Counting the rock. Trying to keep Tampa Bay on their heels.
Running straight ahead.
Get out my way. The lineman's in my way.
But finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2nd and 10.
They're going to stack the line of scrimmage, though.
Once again, it's Jacobs. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. It's caught here by Adams.
Let's go.
He's going to have the Raiders first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. They will run for the first time here.
Zaire White. Jameer White.
Good run. 41. Here's 2nd down and 5. They run straight ahead here with White. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it now.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Let's go, first down. We ain't getting off the field.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 108 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying.
I don't want to run with JJ too much, though.
Not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing
we got Josh Jacobs.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Jacobs.
Touchdown.
Diving for
Bust
the end
down.
zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Hey.
We know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Now back to throw. He completes it right side of lane. You look at this Raiders defense.
We some head busters. We some head busters. We'll knock a sucker out. We some head busters.
They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game. Stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time. Made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week. That pressure on the QB is key. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
He came back in the game. That might be a mistake.
Is out there.
Oh,
it's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start.
That is the home-standing Raiders with a football here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
Got Jacob.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long distance.
The drive starts with a run by White, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
That should be a safety.
Able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line because they gave up.
They got run it. They on his own almost.
Another one now. They don't seem to be working together as
Get
a
off
cohesive
him.
unit. Right? 4 guys might have.
Go 4th down.
Will take over now 1st
running
and
the
10.
ball.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach or offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, You're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Let's go. Devontae.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 21 yards there on third down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot. So you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands.
Break the tackle, yup. Josh Jacobs, ooh, should have broke that one. That would have been a tug.
Tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Myers. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Jacobs going to try the middle.
Ooh.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll get the to the flats.
Jameer White.
To 10 at the 8. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And it right up the middle, though.
Here's Jacobs. And they'll get this from the 8
right back up.
Pickup of 3.
He right back up.
Good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
One more time with Jacobs. And the whole
all right, throw it.
He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw.
Let's go. Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route.
He just let Devontae catch. He tried to go for the pick, but that ain't going to work.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Is this a touchdown? That's
it's
the
a
question,
touchdown.
CD. What are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw.
Pick. Oh! Marcus Peters. Give me that. Oh, I spun too much.
43, so down inside the 45 to the 45.
We needed that.
That's where they'll take over.
Well, this is something we've seen before.
Hey.
Pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you,
he gets better as the game goes, though.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working.
Time out.
He's been working well towards 100 here. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15
Let's go.
before they drop it. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps.
I could run the same play again.
Play here for this offense.
Low key.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Let's go.
This is caught.
Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams. His 104th career touchdown. One shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the
he's about to
Raiders
pass
will
Tim
extend
Brown.
their lead here just before halftime.
Let's go.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And it probably needs something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get
he just almost had another one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Nope.
Drops it in.
Nate Hobbs on the job.
Struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
Pick.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Stingley, good play. Stingley Jr.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Ooh.
Got his man complete over the middle.
Devontae.
It's Adams. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, Jacobs.
Fake, man.
Go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 4.
Holding.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. So the
they think we're getting off the field.
Yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They think we're getting off the field.
They're going to try and throw.
Mayor Vegas.
Taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down. He's going to try and take off with it. And he probably should have
gave it to Josh Jacobs on that one.
He's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll leave this one for
Jameer White. Ooh.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Wow.
He'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here's a handoff to Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs.
Able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Ah! Damn it.
Delay of game. Offense.
25 yards. I ain't tripping.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap.
Yeah, I was trying to flip the play. It's all
I think
good.
he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Devontae. Ooh.
That's complete.
Let's go.
The Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Nah, run it. We got Josh Jacobs.
Here's Jacobs from the gun.
Woo!
He is in.
Let's go.
Touchdown, Raiders.
Well, Levante David got hurt.
Jacobs with career touchdown number 60. And the Raiders are able to stretch out their lead.
I don't even need to go for 2. They ain't going to score.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
Ooh, Chandler Jones.
Too great, and he goes down once more. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes.
Oh, they're not going for it.
Rochester, New
Oh, they
York,
are.
in for the sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays
Give me the
out.
ball back.
And he's brought
Max
down.
Crosby.
Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On the handoff, this is Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs.
Bulldozes past him. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, we hit X Factor too.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. On 2nd and goal, there's an option.
That play.
Take the point.
Every option in the end zone.
It was my fault. I tried to do the option is busted play. 2 plays in a row, but it's all good. Got points. You blowing them out.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the... They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Oh, good D. Stingley
His
Jr.
throw here's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd
Stingley
down.
Jr.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Derek Stingley getting home on the corner blitz. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. This is White on the screen. And he'll get to the 29-yard line
Honey.
down there. It'll be a gain of 12.
Are they going for it?
Lead to 4th down.
Shit, I love that. Give me the ball in short field again.
As expected, they're going for it to keep
Nope.
the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down.
Good play, Spillane.
Go the other way with the football. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
A good
Josh
run
Jacobs.
Jacobs on 1st down as he's able to take this forward for a gain of 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders. 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll set up a throw.
Oh!
It's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
The kick by Carlson is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
We'll get the ball back one more time. I'll get a touchdown.
Out there now. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself,
Stingley Jr.
We've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our
And I'm glad I traded for him.
But in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the draw, here's White.
Marcus S. 2 tackles. Oh, no, I was
2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Offense for them has, and now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
He was out of bounds.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things.
Oh, they gave it to him. They didn't even have a review. They showed that shit one time.
Here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Here's White. They set up the screen. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains there for 14 yards and another first. Looking to throw. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Ooh, good hit, Nate Hobb.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because
it's going to be picked. That's all I got to say.
For them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot.
Good hit.
Have to run extra plays.
Marcus Epps.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll run for it. This is one. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taking.
I'm totally with you. And to me, they saw something that they liked there. Because, let's face it, it's going to be a massive body. But it feels like the coach is saying,
pressure.
My best runner over my best blocker. Give it to me right now.
And you only needed 1 yard where they were on the other side of the field. Seems like a no-brainer.
If we can't get 1 yard, what are we doing out here?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Threw it out of bounds. That's smart.
That is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to
pressure.
Throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
That's Pitt. Nate Hobbs on the job.
Officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
Let's go.
Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. for the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you,
that's all Ewers with 69 yards.
Today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play?
Devontae Adams had 108 yards.
Obviously, not ready at all.
Well,
I think 2 to the box score right quick. J.J. McCarthy, 136.6 rating, 176 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. 17 for 20, 85%. Josh Jacobs had 110 yards off of 20 carries, 2 touchdowns. Devontae Adams had 10 catches, 108 yards with 2 touchdowns, 10.8 average. Best receiver in the league. And then we got the Saints. Going up against Derek Carr. Gonna be good. Ooh, they're 0-4 though. Offensive rating, they're 23rd. Oh, that's their overall ranking. Yeah, offense, they're 24th or 23rd. Passing touchdowns, they're 19, we 13. Passing rushing touchdowns, they're 23rd, we're 5th. Giveaways are 28th, we're 27th. Yeah, we don't get long. They don't turn the ball over that much, really. Their down percentage, 53%, they're 42%. Touchdowns allowed were number 1. Defense ranked were number 1. Sacks number 1. Takeaways were 10. Red zone percentage number 2. We don't give up a lot of touchdowns. They 16th, 24th in touchdowns allowed. They're 19th in sacks, 15 in takeaways, and 27th in red zone. Let's check what's going on in the league, though. Patrick Mahomes leading it. Ramon Stevenson. He has 1 yard more than Josh Jacobs does. He has 6 touchdowns, though. Josh Jacobs has 3. Miles Sanders has 4. Jamar Chase so far, he's leading receiving right now. 29 catches, 461 yards. Devontae coming though, for sure. Stephon Diggs, Cooper Kupp. Max Crosby leading the league in sacks. Bushnell, he has 7 with 8 tackle for losses. All right, y'all. Remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy, Da Vinci TV, and I'm out.